Today is March 4th, 2025. Today I went with my boyfriend to Aspen Dental. Okay. And then we went over to Golden Corral. And I left my phone running with the last couple of tapes. I know this on the login. They need to hear. Okay. On the way back, we went to go to Walmart 62. Okay. And I was telling him, I said, I had more respect for my ex-daughter-in-law, Melissa, than she did for herself. I thought she was a better person than to ever involve herself of having somebody drug being raped. I thought Mark and Tina raised her better. I said, and that she would even include herself in trying to have someone murdered and covered it up. I thought she was a better person. I thought they raised her better. And I said I thought more highly of her than what she thought of herself. We pull in Walmart 62, and I went over, them finding those kids saying they were lying, the police calling her stupid for making all that stuff up when I was fishing with Dave, We pull in, and some girls out in the parking lot was real loud. We all know they taped those kids saying they were lying before. Okay? I go around, and I'm walking through Walmart, and this one lady said, well, she never got arrested over anything. They said she's some kind of FBI informant. And the police taped those kids saying they were lying. That's why nothing happened. Duh. Well, one of the things I did tell my boyfriend in the car, too, I said, well, it's something. I said, Melissa's family, her father, Mark, his family is Muslim. They're from the Middle East. They had oil fields. I actually think they were from Iraq, because he used to talk about it. How they had all kinds of money. They're Muslims. Okay? And I think they're from Iraq. Okay? I was telling them about it. Another thing they said in Walmart, several people, we all know the Iraqis were involved. It's because Melissa, her family's related to him. Another lady. They were all hoping, when she started talking to her boyfriend about this in the car, that she wouldn't realize that it was Melissa's family that is related to the Iraqis. Where they had Dave say Dave hired them, it was Melissa's family. Because they're Iraqis. Then when I go to leave, Agent John said she's weird with herself. He don't care what they say. Well, you know what? He's lying to you. Lying to you. If you pull the first of the case, he told the police the reason why that agent was so mean to you on the phone. He knew everything was drugged and photoshopped. He could not believe these people would actually pull that with him. And he wanted to make sure you weren't part of the people trying to defraud him. And when they went to ask you if you knew anything about that scam, they couldn't keep it together. That's why they were laughing so hard at you. They couldn't even hardly say it. They couldn't believe they tried something like that. And he was going to go after him, trying to defraud him. Okay? Oh, that's where the Hartville police were talking about it. He was only acting that way to get the drug dealers. Told all the police that. Okay. All right. That's where May of 24, I'm in Myers, North Maine. Their lady come in, I talked to the police that worked her case. They said it's ridiculous for anybody to insult her. She almost died to save children. They always knew their backup plan were those stocking tapes. Now, weird with yourself, they already knew it was Photoshop of washing herself in the shower in the other room. And they always knew it was Photoshop. They knew they drugged her and told her to say it before. And it was a backup plan. If she didn't die, trying to extort money or things from them. So they always knew. Let's see. August of 23, Officer Mark told a lady it's documented and verified I was framed before. And it was a drug cartel in my home before. And it's documented and verified it was a medication error that made me sick before. And documented and verified another lady was using my insurance. And that none of this is funny. The police documented all this. One has to listen and document everything for the FBI case. So they had the first of the case. The little white man came up to me. I had a bruise on my leg. Again, I won't go up the sick. Go to Walmart 62 by Wood Forest. An older man came up to me. For every idle word you telling us, I'll turn on you. I'm like, who are you? I was thinking, I'm like, you try to leave Dave, I'll list you a child molester. He's like, you know that bruise on your leg? It's like, yeah. A giant one about the size of a lemon. Okay? He stabbed me in my sleep. Where I had all the bruises before. I used sodium pentothal on you. You know what you said? No, I never talked to him. He stabbed me in my sleep with a date rape drug. You were wearing this one nightgown. You bent over and probably once accidentally seen your butt, and you had a life of pain because of it. Tried to leave Dave, and he threatened me again. So what did he confess? He was drugging me up, and he worked for Dave and telling me to say lies. I went to a legally booked house, and Dave verified I was dressed modestly and only seen the back of my knees. Then more drug dealers coming up laughing how they framed me before. Drugged me, told me to say all kinds of crazy crap. Photoshopped all the lies, erased some guy named Chris out of the room. By January 19, they photoshopped a feminine wifey above the toilet in the other room. 21. March 1st or 3rd or 21. They said they put two clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. They're so far altered. March 13th to 21. Nurse at Mercy Medical, they told her the only thing they had me on was simply wiping off water with clothes on. Just simply brushing it off. Adjusting yourself. The guy's like, that's sex. She said, no, it's funny. They didn't have anything else. The simple action of brushing something off. Okay? Then they started saying stuff later on that didn't happen. They said, you touch yourself, you expose yourself, touch yourself, look weird. That is not wiping off water with clothes on. That's naked. And first my stomach bled. I was so upset. And then I thought, well, they're playing with me. And they put my head on somebody else's body. Then I got to thinking, what would you be doing? If you touch yourself, you expose yourself. You undressed. You touch yourself, look weird, but not weird. What would you be doing? Would you be putting yeast infection cream on? Or did you get undressed, get in the shower, and washing yourself? Even my friend Maddie said, it sounds like you were washing. You have to wash yourself sometime. Or you smell. I walked outside to smoke. She figured out what they did. May 12th, 22 at noon, they found a tape of those boys admitting a shower scene in the other room. May 26, 22 at noon, the shower scene was done on purpose to make you look weird. February and March of 22 in Navarre, they told him that Pete ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up on me. January 9th, 22, actually 21. January 9th, 21. I take that back. Let me start this. I got so many dates. Trying to remember all. December 9th, 21. 4 p.m. Edith Oakland apartment, Cleveland Avenue. Maintenance man. They called him at 4 p.m. I'm walking by. All the tapes before were them and not her, and it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here to see if someone will stop him. Same day, a white man bald with dark eyes, distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force on 9th Street, was one of my guards. Okay? He came out. We always knew the tapes before were them and not her, so we never said a word. Okay? All right. May 25th, 21, 6 p.m., Louisville, Wendy's. Of the church people breaking in before, drugging me, telling me, say weirdo stuff. Got 2 witnesses in my phone. 8-9-21, the apartment building for me. Second close to the fence. Lady and little girls live there. Okay? Came out and they were talking about 4 or 5 neighbors did a police report. 1295 Fairland, little white lady screamed at him, talked to several people in 21. Then November 1st to 3rd of 21, an African-American lady in Save-A-Lot found out everything was them and not me. Then we had December 9th, 21 of Edith Oakland apartment and the guy at the Hunger Task Force. Okay? January 19th, 22, Department of Disability, they told them I was dark and told to say it before. February 2nd, 22, Fiasco Day. Took a client to Burlington Coat Factory. Latino man walked up to me with his girlfriend. I see her out today. It's not funny what's going on. I know. I wish I wouldn't have drugged her first and told her to say it. Got my client away from him. I heard that Latino admit he was Latino man admit to drugging you and telling you to say it before. I'm like, stay out of it. I never seen or talked to anybody before. Okay? We go to Save-A-Lot where they send their hate crime out through cell phones. People are running and screaming. We get back to his house in Canton. There was a house across the way. He ran out and yelled it to the postman. Postman's like, we all heard it. Investigator from Ravenna pulled up in a black Sebring talking to someone. Seen her out today. Found out that bastard really did drug her and tell her to say it before. He tells everybody to leave me alone if I see his car. March 24th, 22, on 1:30, they admitted to framing me. November 18th, 22, Walmart 62. Eric, one of the wanted stalkers. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. For all these people to turn on and they fell for it. Well, if it was only you, I could take care of it. I know it's that bad, they still fell for it. Went to Danny and John on Christmas Eve of 22, asked them if they knew if there was button cameras in my home. No. Did you know about a shower scene in the other room? No. I said, do you remember the bruises throwing up, da-da-da-da? Yes. I said, did you know they were drugging me and telling me to say weirdo stuff and beating on me? No, I thought you were working too hard and bruising too easy. We didn't know. Kids came out of the room and hugged me. They didn't know. They made fun of the FBI agent John, June 7th, 23, Walmart 62, Lighthouse Tabernacle. For FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes before. Oh, come on now. That FBI agent fell for that? It was only a stunt. You mean John actually fell for it? You mean FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes before and they were only a stunt? Ha 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 ha. They sell videos of it. To the littlest 5-year-old, you're a public fool. Oh, I talked to police. No law enforcement will fall for that. Nothing's trustworthy for a long time. Anything can be photoshopped, from words out of sentences to other sentences, make it look like you said something you didn't. Put your head on somebody else's body, change your clothing, your eye color, hair color. They can change sceneries. Photos, yeah, that's where the Stark County Prosecutor's Office is a fraud scheme. Where they laugh in your face in front of other people, they photoshopped a shower scene. Are you washing yourself? They probably did. It's clicking and pasting. And where he had all the signs of being drugged, beaten, raped, seen by the doctor for those injuries, and nobody thought of a rapist. They probably were drugging up and telling you to say something stupid and you've never seen anybody. But you had all the signs of it. You know, when that guy, they were telling everybody they had sodium pentothal reports. Sodium pentothal, if you look it up, it's been outlawed in the country in, 2011, 2017? So where would you get it? You went in and told the federal police officer you were bringing an illegal outlaw drug into the United States. You were using it on people. And if you look at sodium pentothal, the last part of the uses of it, lethal injections. It shuts down your airway. They wouldn't even use it for lethal injections. It was an anesthetic that shuts down your airway. And if you come out of it, you'll admit to anything. It's spy flick movie stuff. So you were basically telling a federal cop you were using like anthrax on somebody. Why do you think you didn't go to jail? Michelle was Judge Peters' daughter from Florida, a human trafficker. The drug cartel walked into the federal office with a big drug scam thinking he was a fucking idiot. See, I think he's a better poker player than all of you. Because he told all the police that he was just going, act like he was going along with it. So he could get it. See, like 2 weeks ago out in Alliance. Within the last 2 weeks, investigators came in and it is what's going on. That agent went around telling everybody she called the FBI hotline before he talked to her. He told them he didn't care what they did to her. And they thought they left. And he got them all under police surveillance. And he's been they've been going to jail for this. I know. That he was scamming the scammers back. He's conning the con. They said he was pissed. You know, I hate when people show up, oh, they're Karen's Will. Karen's Will is FBI agent John. He is a mean, grumpy FBI agent that don't like people trying to scam him and think he's stupid. And he don't care who he sacrifices to get you. There was such big fish in the sea that were part of this. There was Iraqis. There was the drug cartel, the human traffickers. He went around telling everybody I called the FBI hotline before he talked to me. He confessed on a recorded line. He met with those churches. And that, I told you, that fucked up family, I had nothing to do with her kid's death. And strange calling me a faker 6 months later when he thought I was following Tim and Katie? Huh? It had nothing to do with them. And it was a medication error, medical malpractice. And it took me 9 months to get well, and it takes them more to fall for that. See, that's where the government, they know all about you. They know I go to Altman Family Physicians. Oh my God. What did Altman Family Physicians tell the police that went with me to the doctor? It was documented medication errors, medical malpractice, and fraud. So do you think a federal police officer didn't look that up? Oh yeah, he did. You thought he was stupid. Like somebody should even be allowed to drug, beat, and rape somebody and kill them because some idiot called him a faker 15 years ago. And that's the stupidest reason to kill someone. And then going in there, I met with that family in my office. Them and they're the ones, back in 23, I had a date at a vineyard. They showed up and got alcoholic drinks. They don't believe in that. Toasted. And smirked at me and walked off. They thought it was funny. People died. because of their stunt. So, Agent John, my question is, where you said you met with that family in your office and all those church people, and you knew they were trying to kill me because the strangest lie of calling me a faker. There was a medication error. You knew better. You're the Fed. Huh? You knew it was medical malpractice and fraud. Why didn't you do your job and arrest them? And you knew they were scamming you and trying to manipulate you. So you're going to go back and arrest them? They told you they were conspiracy and attempted murder on a life. Why did you going to go back and arrest them? For someone told on me the night before. You liar. And I tell him about the guy that threatened to knife me in Giant Eagle. You liar. Was there a camera above the bench? I don't know. Their guy almost passed out. I said, well, you tried to kidnap me before I can say Terry Coberly seen him. He's like, oh, come on now. He said, even if a church person seen him, they wouldn't verify it. Well, she did, sweet pea. That's why I didn't give you Terry's name. His badger-in-laws. And he's like, I've met with that family in my office. See, you should have talked to him like your own. You should have bitch slapped him. I mean, just smacked him real hard across the face, nailed him to your desk. You better pray she's alive. You should have did the badass cop thing. Somebody calling somebody